Okay, so this video is going to be on an external person, well, my spouse, who is an ISFP, and their thoughts on the concept of the INTJ death stare or resting bitch face, whatever you guys want to call it. Don't laugh that fast.
I didn't say that. You said it.
It is. Anyways, so I'm love to hear other people's comments on what they found with their spouses. But I'm looking to take some of the topics that I have done over the last couple of years and put the question to the spouse in the hot seat to see what his take is on that perspective. So this one is going to be on the death stare and what he thinks about that whole topic.
Well, when we first started dating, and I knew her before, right? But I mean...
Maybe go into a little bit on that.
Okay. So, we actually worked together when we met. So with that, it was, we did a lot of things together. And I think a lot of people do meet through work in a way. But, we always had some kind of connection back then and stuff. And then it grew into more. But what I appreciated back then is she is a direct person. So there was no hidden agendas or nothing like that. It was just who she is, right? So no fluffiness, but she's...
He says that now. Just because he's on a video.
No.
He doesn't always love the directness, but
no,
that might be another video.
Yeah, it could be. No, but I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad, right? And to me, with the directness is more, is it the right time for it or not? And that's my thing. But, so anyways, the death stare, and a lot of people get intimidated by that. And the way I see it is people's confidence levels or whatever. I've had a lot of direct people in my life, and I guess I don't know if I've gotten used to it, but with Carly, I do appreciate it, and but it comes with the stare. So at times, right? So
what do you
it's
think?
Not as much anymore, but I think it's just her and I got used to each other over it, and it means it to me. It is always she's trying to walk over me, or people like that's. You get that feeling, right? And since I'm what am I again? A sensitive bunch, right? But it clearly showing that it's not that way at all. But at the start, definitely you notice the death stares and how people perceive that. And she's a tall woman too, so the death stares even that much more to me. And if she wears her heels too, it's just guys they're insecure over it, and I don't feel I am, so I think that's why I can handle it a lot easier, but I know a lot of guys can't handle it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing I remember from before we started dating, so when we were actually more on the work front, 100%, you, even when we were just friends, you would make comments where it's like, you look like you were just like staring through somebody or staring through me or staring like, what was that? What did you take from that? Like, what was your mindset with that?
It's just it can be, like I said, very intimidating. Like when you get someone who would tell you something, but it's like, you want an answer. It's like, you're put on the spot almost, right? So it's uncomfortable at times with the big death stare, but that's how you handle it, right?
Because that's one thing that I find, like, this is interesting, because again, Craig and I have been together for quite some time, so a lot of the stuff you kind of don't deal with it as much anymore. But the thing that comes to mind before regarding I keep calling it the death stare just 'cause that's what was on the other video, was usually the comment that you brought forward was when you and I were in a meeting and I was concentrating on something.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't, because we had a conversation about the perspective regarding that, where it was like, okay, you're like, oh, I should be on point. And I should also mention, when Craig and I work together, Craig's a subject matter expert in his field. So if anything, I'm trying to concentrate on what he's doing. And we've all talked about that even in the comment section, that there's differing mindsets that can come behind the intensity and how we look at somebody. And I'm not sure why it's been ascribed only to INTJs. But it's interesting when someone comes out of the blue and makes note of it when you don't really know them that well, and makes a point of saying that the way that you are looking at somebody is causing them to be somewhat uncomfortable or put on the spot type thing. So do you find then, Craig, just to wrap up this little nugget, do you find that it's kind of something that you don't even notice anymore, or that it's not there?
It's a little both, I think. I don't think I notice it, but I don't think you do it like you used to either. So I guess too, it's when I think about it, is you're an inquisitive person. So you're asking questions all the time. And when you do that, you're engaged, but some people just take it the wrong way.
That's right? A really very fair point.
Yeah. And so to me, now you know my deal. There's none of that anymore. So I don't think it's that anymore.
Yeah.
That's just kind of
You're not trying to figure anything out, and I'm not.
No, you're not,
It's more putting out fires at this point. So anyways, well, thank you for your perspective on that. And thanks for being with us. As always, video requests in the comment section. Of course, love to hear all questions, comments. And hopefully we'll be doing another one soon. Thanks.